V10 4-wheel drive. None of that is interesting. Because if you're interested in speed and power and handling, you're going to buy a Ferrari 458 or a 12C, aren't you? The only reason you want to buy a Lamborghini is because it looks mad. And that's very nice. I don't think it's bonkers.
No, I know what you mean. It looks nice, but
Yeah.
it needs to be outrageous.
It does. Nobody should be allowed to design a Lamborghini unless they've just consumed 2 bottles of absinthe.
Yes,
The essence of it is, it doesn't really matter how a Lamborghini goes, because a Lamborghini is for
What about that clip of it?
Spain trainer Bob Baffert is hit with new penalties after his Kentucky Derby winner Medina Spirit tested positive for a banned steroid for a second time.
YouTube.
Watching CBS this morning.
Shit no one cares about. More shit no one cares about.
A travel credit card for that desperately needed vacation? Compare and find the smartest travel credit cards on NerdWallet. For all your money questions, turn to the nerds.
Ready to give a statement?
Yes.
Go ahead and tell us about the day in question, Kate.
Jeanette Turner saw me while I was held captive.
You're certain it was Jeanette Turner?
100%.
It's impossible. She's dead.
This is a character that was presented to us with very little information. Despite how loud and obnoxious he can be, Blitz seems to actually be rather private and secretive, not even revealing important information about his life to his adopted daughter, Luna. Instead, we learn most about Blitz through the other characters that are introduced, and with what each character brings with them, as well as other little background hints, I think I've constructed a pretty decent timeline for Blitz's life, one that may also shed light on how and why Blitz started IMP. My name is Deepka, welcome back to Cartoon Universe, and we love the support we've been getting from Hasbin content.
How many hours I bet for some of these videos?
Actually subscribe. I get it. I'm a bit picky about who I subscribe to as well, but if you like Hasbin Hotel and all the boss content, we've got plenty more coming that should blow your mind. So maybe hit the subscribe button if you want to be around for that. At the start
Foggy
of the
outside.
Blitz has already had IMP established for some short time now. Long enough that the characters have seemingly gotten used to the routine that their work provides, but not for more than a year or two based on the way they discuss it with outsiders, like in episode 5 of the Harvest Moon Festival. The first glimpse we get into Blitz's past life is in the pilot itself, where we see that Blitz used to be part of a circus act called the Imp Siblings. This included Blitz with 2 other imps who were intended to be his sisters, one named Barbie Wire and another named Tilla. After the pilot, this poster was changed to simply be the Imp Twins, with Tilla no longer there. Barbie is interesting in that she's the first female imp that I've noticed that is bald. According to Baptiste, one of the early workers on Hasbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss, Blitz's unique horns and lack of hair are the imp equivalent of balding, and seems to be genetic, considering it has affected his female twin too. Tilla may or may not still be part of the show, but I would imagine that they wrote her out of this poster for a reason. With these changes, we can also see that there is a very deliberate choice to remove the white spot that covers much of his face, which was present in the original version of the pilot, indicating that this change is no accident. In an earlier video, we theorized that these white spots are essentially scars for imps after sustaining pretty big injuries. Something further supported by Blitz being shot in the arm and then having a white spot develop where that wound was in a future episode. This would mean that at some point in Blitz's life, he had suffered a huge injury to his face, and with other flashbacks and pictures from the past, we can start to put things on different sides of the timeline in relation to that event. While we do not know how he got the scar yet, it may also inform us as to why Blitz made some transitions in his life. So far back as we can trace it now, we know that Blitz to not have a scar when he performed with his sister. Blitz later has advertisements showing just himself in the office, which indicates that he and Barbie had some sort of separation in the showbiz. When we meet Veronica in episode 3, she indicates through humor that Blitz's sister is in rehab, a place for people who are no longer famous, which leads me to believe that Barbie Wire found some level of fame and success that Blitz did not, forcing her to go her own way without Blitz weighing her down, and for Blitz to try again with his one-man shows, as we see in The Office. In episode 2 of the series, we learn that Blitz once worked alongside a robotic Fizzaroli, or RoboFizz, in the theme park Lululand. RoboFizz is interesting in that he isn't a real demon, but a robot made to look like the real Fizzaroli, a popular demon from the Lust Ring who has love bots made based off of him. Though love bots are meant for more adult purposes, it seems you can purchase a RoboFizz to do just about anything, including just performing at a place like Lululand. We see that when Blitz worked with RoboFizz, he is seemingly missing the white spot that is on his face now. It can be hard to tell as he is covered in clown makeup, but in the very next shot, we cut to Blitz posing in the exact same way, and we can see the white spot in places where red was in the flashback. So working at Lululand definitely came before whatever accident caused that white scar. We do know that we will meet the real Fizzaroli in an upcoming episode that takes place in the Lust Ring, but it raises the question of why. Blitz has been revealed to know some pretty famous and powerful people already, such as Veronica and Stolas, both of whom he had an intimate relationship with. If I had to guess, I would say that the real Fizzaroli was someone Blitz knew from his performance days before Lululand, which is what made working at Lululand extra depressing. After being kicked out of his performance by his sister and then perhaps being outcompeted by the real Fizzaroli, Blitz would go to work at Lululand hoping to make people laugh on a very small scale, but he would be outshined by a robot version of the last person who already outshined him in the more famous circles, convincing Blitz that he was just never meant to be taken seriously as a performer, and thus quitting that lifestyle. From here, Blitz would go on to be Veronic's bodyguard, and I have a lot more to go with that theory. But real quick, if you like Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Lost theories, consider joining our Patreon. We also cover other cartoon topics as well, but for $5 a month you get 3 theories or similar discussions just like this one. In fact, this video originally started as a smaller Patreon exclusive. At $5 seems like a lot, we have other tiers, including a $1 tier for 1 tier a week to just try it out before committing to something bigger. Each of our tiers have their own unique rewards. We just relaunched our Patreon, so everything is pretty new. Go down to the description or into the pinned comment for the link, and I'll see you guys there. Now, I believe Blitz switched to bodyguarding at this point because it really wouldn't make sense for him to become a bodyguard first and then later go on to work at a place like Lululand again. Considering he worked in entertainment before and trying to be a performer himself, he probably had a lot of good connections from people who needed bodyguards. Now, it is possible that something else happened here that made Blitz go into the bodyguard field, as it is something he is in his case for as seen in episode 2 and 5. He could have gotten into a violent altercation that would have made him realize just how powerful he is, and that he should be getting into the field of violence instead of performing. That being said, I believe he chose this job essentially to just pay the bills and used his connections from his days in showbiz to get work bodyguarding famous people like Veronica, which could explain how he ended up getting close to someone like Stolas. I think he would have found that this new job didn't actually fulfill him.
Buckle up next time because this ticket isn't just for me.
It comes from your mom,
You can go ahead and roll this out too.
your significant other, your friends.
Yeah.
We like having you around. So buckle your seatbelt every time you drive.
Yes, 3 out of 4 people ejected from a vehicle in the trash will die.
If you don't do it for yourself, you'll crash. When you create with Cricut, you're not just making something new, you're also creating a one-of-a-kind celebration full of surprise. A new house lamp that even I can enjoy. A small business out of a DIY hobby. A space for love and a happy place to wipe your feet. And even a little something to keep the monsters away. Because with Cricut, what you make makes you. And in turn, makes the world around you. Make every time with Cricut.
the film, as in addition to him complaining about it in the show, we also know that he abandoned Veronica, stole her credit cards, and ran off to get horseback riding lessons using Flint/Melissa with her. While he may have broken up with Veronica for purely stupid reasons, this is where I imagine the violent incident took place that would change Blitz's life. Some crazed fan likely came after Veronica, and Blitz ended up taking the hit for her. I imagine that in addition to this injury, Blitz also violently destroyed this fan and had a rebirth of sorts. With his new scar, that white spot on his face, he now had the realization that he is good at being violent, but that he doesn't need to use it to protect someone considered more important than him. At this point, Blitz would have realized that he was powerful enough to go into business for himself and started working on his plan to seduce Stolas and get access to the living room, which in turn brings us back to where we are today. The only thing I don't quite have figured out is at what point Luna came into his life. We have no real age for her, but she seems to be a very young adult, and we know that Blitz adopted her when she was almost 18 years old to begin with. This is hell, where demons can live for hundreds or even thousands of years if they aren't immortal, though. So for all we know, he's been taking care of her for decades now. We do know that it was after Blitz's relationship with Veronica, as she knows nothing about that relationship herself. So perhaps after Veronica, there is even more to Blitz's story that will be revealed to us, and somewhere in there is where Luna would fit. But so far, these are just my theories on how Blitz's timeline works and how he ended up starting IMP. Let me know if there's anything I missed, or perhaps another way to look at it that I have not thought of yet, and I'll see you next time.
Hell of a Boss has taken the internet by storm over the past year, quickly cementing a top spot on many animation fans' list for favorite new series. And it's really not that hard to see why. The 2020 seems to be a decade of adult animation getting its act together. From more experimental projects like The Midnight Gospel to the bloody reinventions of superhero outings like Invincible and Harley Quinn. But of course, Hell of a Boss has a special charm to it that makes it stand out as a monumental hit. It's an impressive indie production that recruits artists from throughout the world, in and out of the animation industry. It's incredibly accessible to viewers, as every episode is free to watch on YouTube, and its tone is noticeably different from the other adult cartoons breaking the mold. While we definitely need another video to unpack the magic of Hell of a Boss further, to keep it simple, Hell of a Boss has the energy of an early 2000s Saturday morning cartoon, with the structure of the serialized animated series that conquered the 2010s. But, bringing that over to adults. Every episode attempts something different with its setting, some doubling as world building, and while each episode typically sees M tackle a particular mission, the show effortlessly plants the seeds for the overarching story, which itself is entwined in the unexpected character development for our main characters. And if there's any group of characters who's been set up for a captivating arc to round up the season, in a series of 4 episodes that Busy's referred to as the Big Four, that started with the most recent episode, it's certainly Blitzo, Stolas, Stella, and Octavia. Now that we know that Stella is firing off on all cylinders to ensure that her husband meets a gruesome end, to pay for his infidelity with a lower-ranking demon, today I want to take a moment to speculate on how the storyline will end, shaking up the status quo in the process, and why I believe such resolution may have been teased through the first 3 episodes of the series. Before we dive in, though, if you're a fan of Hell of a Boss or animation in general, then it would be a lot if you took a second to give this video a like and subscribe to the Roundtable with notifications on. Because not only do we plan to have a bigger focus on adult animation, but we're ready to go all in with the Hell of a Boss love and more. With all that said, let's begin.
I want this cheating prick dead.
The best place to start is with the question, what does Stella want? While she's beyond justifying her anger and frustration towards her husband's shady tendencies, Stolas is far from innocent in the situation, as far as we know. I have a feeling that the show is going to convince the angle that they're both in the wrong, because, quite frankly, they are. Stella is going to great lengths to have her husband taken out, and is disgusted by the fact that it's with Blitzo of all demons, as he's nothing but an imp, a low-class demon. While I'm sure we're going to learn more about Stella's upbringing and a deeper understanding of her marriage with Stolas, she's a classist, plain and simple. She's not above working with imps, given that she hired Stryker, but I don't think she sees any value in them beyond killing machines, living weapons. Her classism seems to have factored in marrying Stolas in the first place, given that when he tries to explain himself to Octavia, he blatantly
blatantly tries to say that they weren't in love, and that Stella has always been a certain way, although he continually fumbles on his words. And likely holding on to that information for a later episode. No matter how you slice it, Stolas is a prince, which means one day he'll be a king. And that's something that couldn't be overlooked in a budding relationship. So, what does Stella want? Well, power. She wants the wealth and resources that come with being royalty. But looking at the bigger picture, I'm sure it'll be more complex than that, and that her end goal may very well tie into the deepest lore aspect of the story. If I had to take a stab at figuring out the relationship further, I would guess that Stolas and Stella had something along the lines of an arranged marriage, or a deceitful relationship leading into marriage. One where Stolas repressed his sexuality and attraction to other demons, given his position and status, whereas Stella could have been elusive about her lust for power and status. I actually find it very likely that Stella could have her sights set on the grimoire, considering how important of a plot device it is whenever Stolas is around, and his full applications currently remain unknown. This isn't to say she never had any love for him. As Octavia notes, they used to be a happy family, but I think infatuation could have clouded both of them to a degree. Their love wearing thin when the going got tough, bringing their true colors to light. Now that Stolas is continuing his affair with Calypso, in spite of Stella's wrath and his heart-to-heart with Octavia and Lululand, Stella is done with Stolas jeopardizing the future by running the risk of an underworld scandal. Assuming her position in the royal family isn't threatened if Stolas dies, she'd rather remove him from the picture and reap the benefits rather than work things out and entertain him further. However, I think Stella's attempts on her husband's life will get more personal, hitting him where it really hurts as his life crumbles around him. And I think she'll pull that off by hiring the perfect hitman for the situation. The immediate.
No wonder Fresh can't eat.
Why?
Why do you keep on doing that to me?
So,
Oh.
have you guys rewatched the first episode of the show lately? If so, have you noticed that it's a little foreshadowing?
That sucks, doesn't it?
Season? A married woman finds her husband cheating, kills her husband, and ultimately hires him to finish the job on the home record. While it's not one-to-one to the Stolas and Stella storyline, there's enough parallels there to imagine that maybe this was the opener of the season for a reason. Whoa, that rhymed.
Please, call me G-Spot.
As of right now,
That sounds stupid. I'll stick with. I usually stick with. Not worry about crap and not worry about anything else.
What's up, guys? You on the West, Looney? Huh? Going. Whoa. What are you? A leprechaun? Pretty cool, huh?
Look to be beautiful and early known, and we'll show him. Yeah!
Kill me. Yeah, right. That'd be funny. That's not gonna happen. I haven't seen her over a year.
A lot of people have been wondering this week, how is Kim Jong-un? After reports suggested the North Korean leader had undergone heart surgery and may have been in a serious condition. It's impossible at this point to fully clarify one way or the other. But this episode does give us the opportunity to shed some light on the situation.
Rome Tesla exploded in car crash. You see what highways they are.
The U.S. is home to a network of roadways that measure more than 4 million miles. Despite technological improvements in automobile quality and standards, there are still more than 34,000 fatal car crashes across the country every year. Of these crashes, 57% occur on U.S. highways, and nearly 50 people die every single day as a result. Naturally, each road
India's
has a
worse.
respective track record when it comes to safety, and some roads are far more dangerous than others. Today, we will explore the 10 deadliest highways in the U.S. First on the list, we have Interstate 4 in Florida. Interstate 4 is the deadliest highway in America, with 1.25 deaths per mile. Overall, 165 people lost their lives on this highway from 2011 to 2015. It's the only one of 2 U.S. highways with more than 1 death per mile. Most of the fatal crashes occur along the segment in Orlando, Florida. January is the most dangerous month to be traveling on Interstate 4, which runs between Tampa and Daytona Beach. Along the I-4, the most common harmful event is 2 motor vehicles colliding, which can include a moving car colliding with an illegally parked vehicle on the highway. Overturned vehicles are the second most likely cause of a fatal accident on the I-4, and collisions with pedestrians are third. The most likely day of the month for there to be a deadly accident is on the 10th. Sunday is the worst day of the week for the 132 miles between Tampa and Daytona Beach, and the worst hour to be on the I-4 is between 2 and 3 a.m. Up next, we have the Interstate 5 in Texas. Interstate 5 ranks second among the deadliest highways in America.
That's UK, you dummy.
Per mile. Most of the fatal crashes occur along the segment in Houston, Texas. Overall, 290 people lost their life.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'm reading some Frankenstein. Watch some Frankenstein.
Okay. I'm just saying, everybody's in.
So, question. So, what time? What time are we leaving later on? I'm curious, you know. Oh, the Tinder 30. Those are mixed ups. That's what I bought them.
And I'll put them all in one.
Never heard. Okay. You want me to put these all on here? Yeah. Look at the 10 deadliest highways in Michigan, U.S. Okay, that's how much for now. Yeah. Very interesting. The I-4 and the I-5 are dangerous. Okay. Yeah. So far, that's all I know. I always have 2 today, so I'm watching to figure out what deadly roads are, right? Maybe I'll do videos on those as well. So far, that.
Do you like that kind too?
It's called mix up. See?
Yeah. Shake it up. Mix up.
Yeah, there's also yellow ones too they made, but I didn't get down until, you know, there was some reason, yeah, when you break them apart, you really know. There we go.
You don't need to run.
Shake
I'm
it
gonna
up.
sit down now.
Okay, I'm watching this every
Okay, I will mop that up for a while.
mop's outside, the bucket's outside, other than the mop's in the house. You can get the right technique. You could make it. Okay, I'm gonna take, yeah, the bacon didn't taste right anyways. It was real gooey.
Watch me do it all like this.
Mm.
Like, oh, the party is coming over here.
Okay, I'm going back to my room to. I'm actually, you know, uploading YouTube videos right now. I'll listen to more YouTube videos. Oh, here's just so stupid. Look, I did right. Inside it, it's Snickers. I didn't watch it. What's the sound? If I know, I didn't watch it. I've been watching because I did this stupid stuff. How do you put a Snickers inside a pickle? That's what the kitchen is. Mythical Kitchen's losing it. I think Mythical Kitchen's losing it. It doesn't really matter. I'm making videos for YouTube. That's all that matters.
On this highway from 2011 to 2015. November is the most dangerous month to be traveling on the Interstate 5 in Texas. It runs between Dallas and Galveston. The most likely day of the month for a fatal accident is the 12th. Saturday is the worst day of the week for the 285 miles between Dallas and Galveston, and the worst hour to be on the I-5 between 2 and 3 a.m. Along the I-5, the most common harmful event is two motor vehicles colliding. Pedestrian collisions rank second, and overturned vehicles are the third most likely cause.
Overturned vehicles is...
Up next, we have U.S. Route 192. The U.S. Route 192.
Okay, right now, that's common on every single highway. A flip over, a turnover. I mean, it. Yesterday, I got footage of it on YouTube right now, and got some more footage coming out now. I had a bitch yell at me saying, "You shouldn't do that. You're sick. You're sick." I'm thinking, one, I work for the paper. I work for a paper. If I work for a paper, I can do this sort of thing. And I have my little GoPro with me doing this. I'm thinking this person doesn't know shit. Oh, there's my neighbor. So I thought, you know what? I work for the paper. I can do this thing. Besides, I have standards on my channel, okay? One, if there's blood, if there's people standing around, like guns and stuff, yeah, then I will not film it. But since it's just a car or a vehicle on its side, I will film it. If the person's not in the car, I'll film it. If there's blood and stuff in the ground, I'm not filming that. I have a few things on my channel that I go by, and blood and guts is something I don't film. I mean, I'll watch blood and guts stuff, like play the game or watch TV movies, but no. I mean, I have a few things on my channel. I don't like. I don't like having on the channel. But showing corpse is something I don't do. That's one thing on the channel I do make agreement I would not do. So, going back to doing what I was doing. So yeah, guys, got videos on YouTube right now of some videos from yesterday going online right now. So yeah. So after those videos get uploaded to YouTube, then you guys can see them.
92 ranks third on the list with 1.867 deaths per mile. Overall, 65 people lost their lives on this highway. October is the most dangerous month to be traveling on Route 94, which runs between the city of Four Corners and Indialantic, Florida.
94. I'm on 94 all the time.
Dallas and Galveston, and the worst hour to be on the I-5 is...
Okay, I'm gonna put those on the... You know what? I'm gonna put those in the book. I really don't care now. I'm gonna put those in the book. You're gonna put those in the book? Yeah, we're gonna put those in the book. You know what? I usually wouldn't do this, but like people, I'm gonna put those in the book. That means more roads I'm gonna do. Now, guys, I do a lot of road work on purpose. Okay, so I-4, I-5, okay. Now, before I start filming it, I gotta start filming that stuff. I-4, I-5. I-4, I-5. I-4, I-5. I-4, I-5, 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 I-4, I don't. I-5, I-4. I wish I had sex right now. But that's not gonna happen because the girl doesn't watch me.
The most common harmful event is two motor vehicles colliding. Pedestrian collisions rank second, and overturned vehicles are the third most likely cause of a fatal accident. Up next, we have US Route 192. The U.S. Route 192 ranks third on the list with 1.867 deaths per mile. Overall, 65 people lost their lives on this highway. October is the most dangerous month to be traveling on Route 94, which runs between the city of Four Corners and Indialantic, Florida. The most likely day of the month for there to be a deadly
94, I bet
accident is the
94.
8th. Friday is the worst day of the week for the 75 miles between Four Corners and Indialantic. The worst hour to be on Route 192 is between 8 and 9 p.m. On this road, you'll need to watch out for pedestrians, as this is the most common form of fatal accident. The second most common harmful event is two motor vehicles colliding, and overturned vehicles are third. Up next, we have Interstate 17 in Arizona. Interstate 17 ranks
I-17.
fourth on the list of America's deadliest highways, with 0.843 deaths per mile. Most casualties are concentrated near the city of Phoenix, Arizona. Sadly, 123 people lost their lives on this highway from 2011 to 2015. March is the most dangerous month to be traveling on Interstate 17, which runs between Flagstaff and Phoenix. The
Okay,
deadliest day of the
so here.
month is the 3rd, and Saturday is the deadliest day of the week for the 285-mile road. And the deadliest hour is from 3 to 4 p.m. On the I-17, the most common cause of death is motor vehicle collisions. Overturned vehicles are second, and pedestrians are the third most likely way you can die on this highway. Up next, we have Interstate 95.
I-95.
The I-95 ranks 5th on the list with 0.73 deaths per mile. Over 4 years' time, a total of 1,400 people lost their lives on this highway, with most casualties occurring along the segment in Jacksonville, Florida. We don't recommend taking the I-95 over the 4th of July weekend, as July is the most dangerous month to be traveling on this road, which runs between Miami and Massachusetts. The deadliest day of the month is the 1st, and Sunday is the deadliest day of the week for the 1,900-mile stretch of road. The deadliest hour is from 1 to 2 a.m. On the I-95, you'll need to be vigilant about fellow drivers, as motor vehicle collisions rank first. Overturned vehicles rank second, and collisions with trees are the third most likely cause of death. Up next, we have Interstate 10.
I-10.
The I-10 comes in at number 6 of the deadliest highways in the U.S., with 0.7 deaths per mile. Like the I-45, most of the fatal crashes occur along the segment in Houston, Texas. Overall, 1,700 people lost their lives on this highway from 2011 to 2015. July is the most dangerous month to be traveling on Interstate 10, which runs between Santa Monica and Jacksonville, Florida. The most likely day of the month for there to be a deadly accident is the 1st. Saturday is the worst day of the week for the 2,400 miles between Santa Monica and Jacksonville, and the worst hour to be on the I-10 is from 2 to 3 a.m. Along the I-10, the most common harmful event is two motor vehicles colliding. Overturned vehicles rank second, and pedestrians are the third most likely cause of death. Up next, we have US Route 175. US Route 175 ranks 7th on the list with 0.685 deaths per mile. Over a 4-year period, 76 people lost their lives on this highway, with most casualties occurring near Dallas, Texas. April is the deadliest month to be traveling on Route 175, which runs between Dallas and Jacksonville. The deadliest day is the 3rd, and Sunday is the deadliest day of the week for the 111-mile stretch of road. The worst hour to be on Route 175 is from 1 to 2 p.m. On Route 175, the most common harmful event is two motor vehicles colliding. Pedestrians rank second, and guardrail collisions are third. Up next, we have Interstate 37.
I-37.
Interstate 37 ranks 8th on the list of deadliest highways in America, with 0.65 deaths per mile. Over a 4-year period, a total of 93 people lost their lives on this highway, with most fatal crashes occurring near San Antonio, Texas. You should avoid taking this road during the holidays, as December is the most dangerous month to be traveling on this highway, which runs between San Antonio and the city of Corpus Christi. The deadliest day of the month is the 26th, and Friday is the deadliest day of the week for the 143-mile stretch of road. The deadliest time to be on the I-37 is from 2 to 3 a.m. Along the I-37, the most common cause of death is overturned vehicles. Motor vehicle collisions rank second, and pedestrians are the third most likely cause of death. Up next, we have US Route 290.
US 290
ranks 9th on the list with 0.63 deaths per mile, with most fatal accidents occurring near Austin, Texas. A total of 165 deaths occurred on this highway from 2011 to 2015. April is the most dangerous month to be traveling on Route 290, which runs between the city of Junction and Houston. The most common day of the month for there to be a deadly accident is the 22nd. Saturday is the worst day of the week for the 260-mile stretch of road, and the worst hour to be on Route 290 is from 3 to 4 a.m. On Route 290, the most common deadly event is two motor vehicles colliding. Pedestrians rank second, and overturned vehicles are third. Up next, we have Interstate 78
I-78.
in New York City. Interstate 78 ranks 10th on the list of the deadliest highways in America, with 0.62 deaths per mile. A total of 90 people lost their lives on this highway over a 4-year period, with most casualties occurring near New York City. Like the I-73, you should avoid taking this road during the holidays, as December is the most dangerous month to be traveling on Interstate 78, which runs from Union Township, Pennsylvania to New York City. The deadliest day of the month is Christmas Day. Monday is the deadliest day of the week for the 140-mile stretch of road, and the worst time to be on the I-78 is from 3 to 4 a.m. Along Interstate 78, the most common cause of death is overturned vehicles. Crashing into embankments ranks second, and collisions with parked vehicles are third. Well guys, those are the 10 deadliest highways in the US. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you'd like to see the channel, subscribe and post notifications on. I'm Jeff from Modern Muscle, and I'll see ya next time.
The 50s and 60s were the golden age of the American automotive industry. In the 50s, you drove a rocket ship on wheels, and in the 60s, a powerhouse on wheels. But in the 70s, it suddenly went all downhill. And by the later 70s and early 80s, the American automotive industry suffered from the effects of oil crisis, safety and emission regulations, and shifting public opinions, better known as the Malaise era. What happened? What caused this? And did the industry finally lost its worldwide dominance? Welcome everyone to episode 20 of the Automotive History series devoted to the Malaise era. And this is part 1, the downfall of the American automotive industry.
Hey, sir.
There was a time when American cars were regarded as the leaders of the world. What was considered a standard feature for America was considered a luxury option almost anywhere else. Everything was big, comfy, luxurious, and with plenty of power. Here in Europe, you had your standard car, your European luxury car, and then you had an American car. Even if it was a base-level Ford, you still drove something from America, the land of good and plenty. This resulted in the fabulous
Ooh, 50 Caddy.
And the muscle car powerhouses of the 60s.
Dodge.
The big American car is built on the premise that gas prices were low or will always be lower. A dangerous bet and a shocking short-term vision instead of long-term, especially if your whole range of models are just big cars with gas-guzzling V8 engines. This is a fundamental problem. In short, it comes down to this. Congratulations, General Motors.
Hello, I like money.
What inspired you to create even bigger and less fuel-efficient cars than the year before?
Money.
Jokes aside, American cars grew in the 60s with even bigger engines. And I can understand, never change a winning team. If people want big cars, why not make them bigger than the year before? An often quoted example is your standard Chevrolet Caprice of the early 70s. The standard engine was a 350 cubic inch or 5.7 liter V8. And the largest engine available was a 454 cubic inch, or 7.5 liters. Over at Cadillac, you could get a 500 cubic inch, or 8.2 liter V8. 8.2 liters! Each cylinder is larger in displacement than the entire engine block of a basic Mini.
Really?
5.7 litres. 7-litre V8 motor. 160 horsepower in the V8. It's 200 horsepower, okay? How do they get so few horsepower from a V8 motor?
Well, that's what we're going to find out. The early 70s land yachts were the ultimate result of a loving relationship between consumerism and low gas prices. But what if, and maybe I'm saying something utterly crazy here, but what if suddenly the gas prices weren't so low anymore? Introducing the oil crisis of 73. The oil crisis was set up by OPEC, an organization of Arab petroleum exporting countries. Among other reasons, they were not all too happy about the current fuel price and decided to cut back oil production. And as a result, gas prices skyrocketed, especially over in America. The oil crisis is what kickstarted the whole Malaise era, but it was already a long time coming. The later 60s were tumultuous times in many aspects. Back then, with the student and hippie protests, the public image slowly shifted and more people became concerned about such vulgarities like vehicle safety and emissions. Ugh. By the early 70s, the happy hippie 60s were over and the gloomy 70s were the new reality. The oil
Detroit.
crisis was the wake-up call, and boy,
It
were
hurt Detroit and
American car
Gary.
manufacturers in for a ride.
Yep, hurt
Because
us.
where, as an average American consumer, are you going to get a fuel-efficient car which you desperately need?
The Japanese
Yeah,
from the jump.
from the rest of the world. Look, the oil prices also had an effect on European and Asian countries. My country had carless Sundays as a drastic measure, but European and Asian cars always have been a lot smaller and fuel efficient, especially compared to American cars. They never suffered as much as American cars did. With the Volkswagen Beetle, the symbol of counterculture and the exact opposite of a standard American car as their captain, foreign imports started to trickle in more and more. Not only from Europe, but
Florida.
also from Asia. One news report shows that a man traded in his big Chrysler station wagon for a much smaller Mazda station wagon with the promise that the Mazda cuts the fuel consumption in half. This process had to stop as American car companies started to lose money left and right. Something had to be done.
Yep.
Luckily, I set up a guide of 5 steps the American automotive industry took to combat the foreign competition and all these sudden changes and to survive the malaise era.
We did.
Step number 1. If you can't join them, beat them. The first step the American auto industry took is to offer competition to the ever-growing foreign import market by launching their own compact cars. They thought, well, we pulled this trick some 10 years before with cars like the Chevrolet Corvair and the Ford Falcon, we can do this again. But the compact cars of the early 60s had grown into mid-size models by the early 70s. And this is American mid-size we're talking about. For European standards, it's still huge. So a new generation of compact cars
Gremlin.
was created.
Pacer.
These cars really show that Americans and small cars are a rocky relationship. To keep things simple, these are the players in the field. You have General Motors, Ford Motor Company, and the Chrysler Corporation, and these 3 are better known as the Big 3. And then you have AMC, the last independent car maker. Let's have a look. We start off with Chrysler, and we're done. Interestingly enough, Chrysler did not come up with an in-house compact car, mostly because of financial reasons. In fact, they kept on making full-size cars all throughout the early 70s like there was no tomorrow, or fuel crisis to begin
They
with.
bought AMC.
Chrysler still had the Plymouth Valiant and the Dodge Dart, but these were mid-sizers and not true compacts.
The K-Car.
They sold
K-Car was good.
Chrysler called in cars from overseas, like the British Hillman Avenger, or whatever, which was rebadged and sold as the Plymouth Cricket. Dodge did the same thing with the new Dodge Colt, a rebadged Mitsubishi Colt, but more on this later in the video. Next up is Ford. Ford came up with the Ford Pinto.
Kaboom!
It's a great car. It really was the type of car American consumers were
Until they go kaboom.
until they got roasted, literally. See, the Ford Pinto was a rush job. Through time and cost-cutting measures, the car had some design flaws, like it could explode if it was hit from the rear at a certain angle. The gas tank would rupture, and the leaking fuel could ignite and burn. The movie Top Secret made a joke out of this, but when you see the footage from actual testing, it becomes a lot more disturbing. But wait, it gets worse. Ford had 2 choices to fix this problem. They could spend some extra dollars on every Pinto to reposition the fuel tank and add some protective rubber lining, solving the problem of sudden combustion. Or they could keep the cars the way they are and just pay the money of legal fees because of the lawsuits of
Indiana sued 'em.
victims. Guess which option they chose? Congratulations, Ford Motor Company.
Hello, I like money.
What inspired you to not fix the Pinto and let people burn and die instead?
Money?
That's right. Ford calculated that
Indiana.
the total cost of legal fees
Instead, Indiana
was a
sued
lot
Ford.
lower than the total cost of modifying all their vehicles. You know, Ford, some days are about
$11 would cost to fix the fuel tank.
business ethics.
I fixed it.
Next up is General Motors, and General Motors came up with the Chevrolet Vega and later on the Chevrolet Chevette.
The Nova was good.
If pretty was a car, the Vega would be it. The car
The Nova was
out
fine.
with some good intentions, like being technologically a little more advanced than usual with an engine block made from aluminum instead
Aluminum?
of steel cast iron. And sure enough, it received some awards from the motoring press. But after like 1 or 2 years, the endless stream of problems started to pour in. I'll give you a moment to take a look.
The engine melted. You see here. What was bad about the Chevy Vega? You see here.
If mediocrity was a car, the Vega would be it. The car started out with some good intentions, like being technologically a little more advanced than usual with an engine block made from aluminum instead of good old cast iron, and sure enough, it received some awards from the motoring press. But after like 1 or 2 years, the endless stream of problems started to pour in. I'll give you a moment to take a look.
No glove box. Poor engine vibration, poor exploding muffler, poor manual gear, poor manual. Okay, so those are a few problems. Ooh.
By 1972, 2 years after the introduction, 6 out of 7 Vegas were subject of a recall. It's almost like GM was suffering from Alzheimer's and completely forgot how to make a car. Standard stuff that was taken for granted for over 50 years simply broke down on this car. Last one left is AMC. Now you see, AMC was somewhat prepared for this. With the creation of AMC in the late 50s, they already realized that they were never going to win against the big three in the full-size car department. And so AMC focused a bit more
Pacer,
on
Gremlin.
mid-sized and smaller cars, waiting for something like an oil crisis to happen. AMC came up with 2 compact cars, which are arguably the funkiest of the lot. The first one is the AMC Gremlin. The Gremlin features a rather interesting design. AMC was always a little tight on money, so to cut down development costs, they cut down the car. Literally, you're looking at an AMC Hornet with the rear cut off, and voila, you got yourself a Gremlin. The other one is the AMC Pacer, a car that has European compactness but still preserves traditional American car values. Small on the outside, but big on the inside. This means that the car had the length of a compact car, but not the width. It was as wide as a Rolls-Royce or a Cadillac. This leads to a car with rather square dimensions and proportions, but it doesn't stop there, as the car had a rather peculiar design. Huge windows and a tall greenhouse led to a bubble-like shape on wheels. What really didn't help was that acres of glass added quite some extra weight to the car, and with either an inline 6 or a V8, the whole intended purpose of making a fuel-efficient car was just thrown out of the window. Still, the car was quite successful, and despite its quirky design, seen as an average grocery getter in the 70s, but gained a cult following in the coming decades, and received nicknames like the Flying Fishbowl. Step number 2, call for backup. I hear you think, but Edward, many of these car makers had overseas operations, right? GM had Opel and Vauxhall in Europe, Ford had its own European models, and Chrysler had controlling interest in the British Roots Group. Why didn't they import the European models? Oh, they did, but it was only a temporary solution. Ford, for instance, sold the European Ford Capri as the Mercury Capri in the States. As mentioned before, Chrysler went on to sell the Hillman Avenger as the Plymouth Cricket, and GM tried to sell some of their Opel models in Buick dealers, but not for long. First of all, every foreign car they sold was at the expense of their own domestic models, which had a higher profit margin. I mean,
Opel is no longer made by GM. Cruiser bought GM.
But it should not destroy the sales of your own American models. Second is that in order to compete against Asian quality cars, European cars weren't really the best choice either. Not only American cars were bad, quality-wise, Europe also had some bad apples as well. Beautiful example is the Hillman Avenger, and the whole British car industry for that matter. And last, the most important reason was the value of the dollar, which plummeted after the oil crisis. Suddenly, these European cars became rather expensive to import to the US, and they became very hard to sell as a cheap alternative when the sales price was anything but cheap. Step number 3. Luxury is king. If you make a car that is inferior to the competition in terms of safety, build quality, power, emissions, and fuel consumption, then what is the only redeeming factor left? Luxury. when the 50s were all about design and the 60s all about the horsepower, I guess you can say the 70s were all about luxury. Luxury became somewhat of a mass market thing. What does luxury mean to the average American car maker? Two things. Number one, the rise of the personal luxury car. These cars looked expensive, were expensive.
These good seats. The only thing I need in my car to be luxury is some good seats and a damn good radio. That's all I really need. A radio and a good seat and seatbelts.
Okay, she didn't do anything wrong. But the point is, Luna is a valued member of our family, and we don't get rid of family.
She's more like a meth-addicted homeless woman you met man the phone. What about me?
Oh, fuck.
Can we have
I just
sex?
got a text from her client. Guess he was the right target after all.
I really wanted to prove that we're... Oh, yeah? I'm surprised you let your fat ass out of rehab. I can see you're still a drunken whore, clutching onto that Bielsa juice bottle like it's the last cock in hell.
They let me out because I'm still famous. And rehab is for sad loser wash-ups. So your sister says hi.
I can blend in, don't you? You three have been screwing around on Earth this whole fucking time without human disguises?
Luna, please tell me you got that insurance thing.
Who are you and what do you want?
Dustin, the inventor of all things loopy and loopy.
Gotta just use the door, dude. Doesn't need to be this whole thing.
I am eccentric in fact, which is what brought me here.
Shut up, dear furry. Which I don't like Loopy that much. Yep. No, I prefer.
Cash credit or afterpay?
What's afterpay?
Wow, it's kind of lying.
So we going to the yellow shit.
Oh, yeah, let's go to Yellow Jack.
Going to Yellow Jack.
Going to Yellow Jack.
Oh my god, the turning radius of this thing is not what I expected.
What do you what?
Oh, what
Good or
the
bad?
fuck? You want to die today?
What are you doing, Jay? Turning the...
Oh, I'm gonna get pulled over.
Yeah, you are.
Oh man, already. I
What
think
are
I'm gonna
you
get pulled
doing?
over.
Ew, I thought this was a sim.
What were you? You Jay turned in the
I
street.
know, it was a good day turn though.
Yeah, but like,
bitch.
what the fuck?
Son of a bitch.
No, I'm good.
It'll go quick. Let me look at my MDT and make sure I have a name that doesn't have a fucking felony warrant.
Yeah.
Yeah, what they were doing that was stupid.
Well, I gotta go down to take care of some business in where? Sonora Desert.
You're going to Sandy Shores right now.
Sandy Shores, yeah.
I need a pee.
So we just what? We just don't like the police?
Yeah.
We said they're gonna run from them in the really expensive truck that we have because that's how it works.
I just bought it. Just won the lotto.
Good.
Won $50,000 probably.
We were after those fucking lotto tickets from someone.
Not even possible for you.
Oh, you fucked it right there. You fucked it. All of them cops saw you. All of them saw you. That fucking
None of them
new
saw me.
character. Yeah, he's gonna fucking fuck you.
None of them saw me. What is
All
this
of
asshole doing?
Oh, you're fucked. Motherfuckers want to pull out for you right now. I can't tell if he.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
he definitely U-turned. He U-turned. You have a chance to go. You just fucking knock down the stop sign. Oh, you are doing some. I think he's code right now for you. You better fucking go. Keep that distance. Oh, that sheriff officer turned around. Going down already.
Philip.
We
He's
can
going nuts.
also stop and then we can just take back off from him.
Yeah, that's probably what'll happen when they catch up to us.
Yeah, if they ever do.
I don't think they will though.
probably gonna be some highway patrol units out here, maybe. Ooh, that motherfucker almost got him. You don't go right now. Ah, shit. Dumbass mother trucker. Okay, they just now got to the highway.
Oh, I think we're good.
Huge gap. That'd be cool if they even got us later on. Yeah, like if you hit a left and then we just go and it's like they've already downgraded and stuff.
Yeah.
Put out a bolo on that car and we'll take the fuck off from them.
Yeah, if they can catch up to me, I'll pull over, but I'm not gonna.
I don't hear them
listen to
anymore.
what they have to say. No, I don't.
Pull over into an empty field somewhere I could shoot off a couple of rounds of my pistol that I have on me. Because redneck. That's why. No other reason. Oh shit. Let's not do that right now. You gonna let them pass? That'd be great. Oh, I'm gonna look at them pass. Hold on. I hear him.
Yeah, I hear him too.
Probably gonna come down the direction that we came down. Nope. Gone.
Yeah, they just shut it off.
All these scorched tires from these motherfuckers. I don't even think they're in this area over here. I don't think I saw where the hell we went once we got on the freeway, so might as well take the main street all the way back around to Sandy Shores. Because I guarantee that main road back into Sandy is where we'll get lit back up.
You think there's any cops in Main Street over here? Great.
Probably not. It's just a good way to go through back so we don't get seen all the way out in the middle of nowhere. If there is any cops out here in this little ass town, they're gonna be the ones that are, oh, you son of a nipple. That was quick. Son of a bitch. You gonna pull over? A cop is fucking crashing against everything.
Yeah, dude, look at this gap he's allowing me to get.
An hour meeting, yeah.
An hour meeting, yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit, the black charger.
Yeah.
These motherfuckers.
I don't think we've gotten past the point of, now
over. It's gonna be a code 5.
Yeah, it is. There's gonna be no talking.
Oh, fucking another one in front. It's just like real life in LA. It's crazy.
It's not LA, it's game.
What is he doing? Don't let him trap you. Oh, shit. Oh, okay. It's getting real. It's getting real.
Yeah, it is.
Helicopters. Oh, my God.
This is not
And
good.
they've all piled in one at a time legitly, too. It's been pretty legit. Coming across random ones. Okay, yeah, this isn't good, though. You got your long-ass pursuit. Oh.
Yep.
Oh! Dead!
Shut my dick off. Why big have his cock and want to suck? How's this done?
Diving right for him. That's scary. Shit.
What was
now
that?
they're really amped up, I bet.
Meow.
Fucking hell amped. Surprised that charger hasn't caught up, though. Well,
I'm not even full gas. I'm
Oh, you're
full
not?
gas now. No. Now I am.
The fast truck.
It's not bad. Well, the fucking huge stacks like this thing better have a fucking engine in it.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh, shit.
Helicopter, son of a bitch. It's not like we'd be able to outrun these motherfuckers in this truck anyway, so.
Yeah.
We had a huge gap in the beginning, but other than that, well, I'll have them, 5 minutes from now, they'll have to refuel, so. Which means if they don't fucking refuel, then I'm gonna shoot them out of the sky.
Yeah.
Fucking trucks are doing crazy shit, and this charger's gonna stick with us now, but that's probably the worst. We should have had a fast car. That way we. Oh my my god. I thought our fucking exhaust pipe was gonna fucking get caught on the sign.
Oh, I know.
Oh my lord.
No, it's kind of good to run in something big and slow. Because, like you said, they can't fit this vehicle. What happened here? Prius on Prius
Maybe
crime.
over there. Over there. See you flip
Over
it.
there.
over there. It was a double this. Chad. Alright, 3 units on us right now. Looks like that's pretty much it, though. Actually, I might see a 4. No, just 3.
We had more than 3.
Yeah,
What?
one of them died, so.
That's true.
There isn't?
No, in the tree next in the driveway.
Don't make a left. Woo.
That shadow
Barely
of the
cutting through.
helicopter.
Oh, I know. It's just like, fuck. That's what people think when they're really running. They see
No,
the helicopter. It's like,
absolutely.
well, I can't get away.
Nope, headed to the gas station. It's gonna be impossible to try to lose them. Head back into or out?
I'm gonna go up and around.
Okay.
They're gonna follow me that long. I'm gonna go all the way up and around back into Sandy.
Jesus. Alright, you got that gap? Think about that.
I'm pumping
That
it.
helicopter can't go straight over. He's gonna fly into federal airspace. Can't do that.
He's gotta go around the tip.
You better. That'll be the last time a motherfucking airplane is up in the sky in this community if that happens. Oh, you better believe.
I don't see him anymore.
Oh yeah, I pushed him back. I pushed him back.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Go!
I'm going. I'm going.
Hit the caves or something. There's no caves.
Hit the canyon. I can hit the canyon.
Yeah, go. Just do something. Dude, get around a fucking rock or something. That helicopter. There you go.
I don't know.
Keep it going. Just keep it going. Get under that bridge. Get under the bridge. I'm going. Come on.
Baby Jesus.
Stay right here. Oh shit. Did they find? It's either they know where we're at or they don't.
I don't know if they're above us.
That's creepy. I don't know either. No, it sounds like they're passing.
It does.
I do
You see
hear
the
the
helicopter
helicopter in the distance, but no. Just sit right here for a second.
Oh, the sirens got hella quiet.
I think we did it. I think
I
we
think we got
actually
away.
outrun in the fucking vapid truck.
Holy shit.
We should
Wait.
ditch this fucking car. Oh. They're right above, but I think it's just them passing.
Yeah, but why?
Because it's a straggler unit. One of the ones that was far back, probably.
Oh,
all by
okay. You don't
himself.
think they turned around? You think that's just a... I don't see the... I've been looking
Right
for the
there.
helicopter.
Up. Look up.
Oh, fuck. They definitely see us, right?
Yeah, I would say so. If he's hovering right there, just go. Hit the fucking trails. Make it hella confusing. Get crazy. It's foggy as shit too.
Yeah, it's getting foggy.
I don't know if it's like that on theirs, but at least we'll have the ability to fucking, if we have to, we'll ditch this fucking car.
Yeah.
Oh, can you cross in this big thing?
I don't know. Oh my god, there's a boat coming up the river.
Oh my god. We
We're
should
being
steal that
pursued by a
fucking
police
BMW.
boat.
He can't get up the
Holy shit.
rapids.
Nope. Watch out, people.
It's so
Dead.
foggy. Dead. Oh, dude, we
Dead.
lost the helicopter. Oh, no, maybe not. God damn it, it's so foggy. It's perfect.
I actually see something
The
driving real
fog is
quick.
really helping us right now. The helicopter still sees us. We gotta
Oh,
find
yeah.
another. Oh, you know what? I know the perfect way to lose the helicopter. We're gonna go in the tunnel that goes through Chiliad.
Okay.
Capri driving.
There you go.
Capri
Holy
driving
shit.
theater.
Do a
Here you
barrel
are.
roll really quick. Like,
Jesus
jeez, fuck.
Christ. I thought that was it. I was like, no. I don't want
Keep your distance.
No, this is it.
Keep your distance. You said it.
We're good.
Holy shit, this is it though. Fuck. All you had to do was keep your distance. There's no way that. Oh, fucking do both, police. Fuck. Go. Go. Back it up. Just keep backing it up. Oh, the units are on this
I
road.
hear sirens.
Go. Oh, holy Holy shit! That we had such a big gap. So
Yeah, dude.
big. I'll keep an eye behind us. Just go forward.
All right, I'm going. I'm
Still
going.
clear. All right.
This thing is so tough.
I know. Fog is clearing though. Okay, I did not see any officers when we went over the berm there, so if we can just get somewhere, man, we can escape them. There's no ground units near us. Oh shit. Okay, boat police is still strong on us.
Yeah, where we're going, they're not going to be able to keep an eye on us though.
Okay.
And where we're going,
Helicopter.
hopefully the helicopter won't either.
Okay, just keep the distance against the ground units, because right now I see none.
Okay, guys, we're here live at the Capri driving in Coldwater. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I thought I was actually live at pretty
confused.
If I get that subscribers on 24 hours.
Okay, they're doing this.
Humor videos I have to do. Yeah, humor videos upload.
I see the units. You're making a zone. Am I going over the fucking edge like that? Oh shit, they're not that far behind.
I'm gonna go get me
All
some
right.
snack.
Helicopter definitely can't see us in here.
Is there a way?
Unfortunately,
Yeah, it's a one way.
it's only
You gotta
the
go.
two
Just
ways
go.
out.
Keep your distance.
What,
Keep
this
your
way?
distance. Yeah, just keep your distance. Because right now the ground units are not that far back. I don't know where to go. Just keep on the trail that
Here,
goes.
I'll work my way down to the highway and we'll try to steal a car.
Okay. Or maybe there's
You
one
see
in the
the
parking
helicopter?
lot. No. I hear him. Just keep going. Okay. Okay, it's been 5 minutes, so they had to probably refuel, so they could have left. That's most likely what happened. Just keep going. There might be a car down in the parking lot that we could steal. That's getting sketchy.
Shit, sometimes there's a car down here.
Okay, just keep your distance. Keep going. Don't
This guy,
stop.
this guy. Okay, parking lot
Oh
over
shit!
here.
You said stop.
Oh, parking lot over here.
Okay, hold on. Oh, get off, you fucking son of a bitch! Okay. Okay, just
You got a vehicle?
ditch the car. Ditch the car and get the fuck away from where you're at right now. I'm gonna fucking steal a car if I have to, but all I had to do was get out of the car, and I wanted to stand in a bush really
I
quick
got a
for my own
vehicle.
safety. Okay, come back up this way. I can't get out on the fucking highway because they're gonna see me. What car? What kind of car do you have?
I'm in a orange Jeep.
Orange Jeep.
Yeah.
Is it red?
Yeah.
Flick your eye
red
beams,
is
flick your
orange.
eye beams. Okay, I got you. Turn. Okay, wait for it. Wait for these units to pass. Just, yep. Keep your position right there. Okay, now when you turn right, go down to the lumber mill and flip a UE and see. Do you see my head over here, over the ledge?
Yes.
Okay, park over here and I'll hop in from here. Okay, units going into the lumber yard. Okay, black Charger just passed, going into the lumber yard. Okay.
Quickly.
Nice. Yeah, they got the ditch vehicle. They don't know about the stolen car, though. Oh my god.
I can't believe
Holy shit. That was intense. That was super fucking intense. In that
Go ahead.
car.
Get away. Yeah. Holy shit. And I even have to break the window of this one. It was fucking unlocked.
Well, just head back to Sandy.
Yep.
And we'll see if we can get from here to there. Act like we just stole this bitch. You know,
Oh, we definitely did.
Yeah, I know. That was good, though. I got
That
it.
was amazing. Yeah.
For that truck, that actually did well.
And the fucking mishaps that we had.
Yeah, that was bad.
That thing is so top heavy. As soon as you hit a bump, it's just like, I'm going to fall over.
And the refuel on the helicopter is what allowed us to get a gap and
Yeah.
maintain it.
I'm surprised we were able to stay under the that one bridge for as long as we did.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
That was good though.
Yeah, it was.
That was a pursuit.
One TV the size of a can.
Once they unlock the server caps and we have like a ton of people running around, then we'll be able to go from the northern part of the map down to the
That'd be cool.
south
Like
part.
have a pursuit that starts in the city and
Yeah,
ends
and
out.
northern
that'd be
units
cool.
would have to break off after a certain point because it's like, all right, you're way far out of your jurisdiction. So I think that would be awesome. Hopefully no one is caught out. Oh my god, dude. Oh, okay, that guy just pulled out from the side too. What the fuck?
I don't know.
I thought that was a cop. Shit.
I have no idea what happened.
Oh, stop. Careful. Charger unit, black and white. But I think you were hidden by whatever was there. And they did not see shit.
Thank God.
Yeah, you lucked out on that.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how you do it.
Can't fucking believe it. It's been a long time since we've actually been able to get away in a pursuit.
Escape from a pursuit like that. Absolutely.
Yeah. With how many
And I wish
cops there is.
the only thing I wish we would have done is stop so they could have got an identification on our clothing and body description, so that way when we do drive by in a stolen car, they might have the possibility to see us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But who knows? They might have gotten those.
Might have. I honestly don't think, except for the helicopter, that a unit came close, except for us passing at like 80 miles per hour. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
every time we saw a unit, we would pass them at like 80, and they wouldn't even have time to turn around or catch up.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
true,
even
but-
know if many units are here anymore because of it. I would turn on your headlights. It's getting. Is it like sunset?
They're only, but they're only flashers. Like they haven't, or they're only high beams. They haven't like.
Oh, got it.
Officially come on yet.
You haven't officially been granted the access to run your legit headlights.
Yeah, my auto headlights haven't turned on yet. Just like that cop's auto headlights haven't.
Yeah, seriously. No one knows though. I mean, we're just flying underneath the radar.
Yeah, dude. Let's go arm Rob 24/7.
Okay.
At least we got away with fucking running from the cops.
Yeah.
There are my headlights.
There you go. At least do that while the cops are out of town.
Yeah.
Poor guy. Even though I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens. You can get away from the cops.
It sucks that we choose to rob the liquor store next to the goddamn police station.
I know, right? Fucking sucks.
They're out scanning for the suspect. Oh, yeah. Outside doing what I do back in the day. I remember that job.
There's still a cop here.
Where? Oh, shit. I got hella road rash for falling out of a vehicle. Keep him busy. Keep him busy.
Oh, he's coming back there. He's coming back.
Stay the fuck out of the back. Stay out of the back. What are you gonna
Put
do?
your fucking hands up.
Put your hands up. Get him back here. What's his
fucking
name?
hands
What's his
up.
name? Jim?
Jab.
The court accepts the existence of God.
All right, it's Zach's turn to run. Explorer.
Explorer time.
Yeah, Explorer Squad.
Everybody turn on your price sirens.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, those sound.
Hey, what's the key for the
Oh, what is
Oh,
this?
look at this. Oh,
Jeremy, it's got police on the side of it. That's absolutely illegal.
truck a police vehicle.
Okay. Is he just taking off? Did he stop him?
I think he did.
He's turning right.
Okay.
He's pulling over.
All right.
Perfect.
All right. Why don't you send me, show me. Fourth on that traffic stop. You need show force, or you just hanging out? Show force. Yeah, he's definitely just stopping. What he's doing.
The brakes don't even work at this car.
Who's that guy shouting out of there?
I don't know what he's shouting.
Where's he
something out.
going?
But he's got some in his hands too.
Pull over.
Oh, okay. Is he not? Yeah, he's still not stopping.
Ah, that bread. I ain't gonna work in this car.
Looks like they're working just fine. I see the third brake light lighting up.
What's going on, officers?
Oh my god. Of course, we got sirens still running.
What happened then? Well, I can't hear you over the siren.
What? It's happening.
Somebody go talk to this guy.
Okay, what's happening? How you guys doing tonight?
One snowman gets on scene, it'll be okay. I don't know.
How you guys doing tonight?
Hello.
How are
How you doing
you?
today?
I'm great. I don't see any snowman.
Okay, first of all, your car is unroadworthy. 1, 2.
What
you got
are you
police
talking
down,
about? I
You
just
got
picked this up.
police down the side of you, police officer.
Oh no, it's what you? Oh no, I see snowman. He rolled toward me pretty fast.
All right. Here, I'm gonna let this snowman take over.
What's up, snowman?
Excuse me as I won't stop rolling down myself.
Hey, me too. My brakes have really faded.
Sir,
What's up?
just don't take your foot off the pedal.
Yeah, I got a little easy on behind
So we stopped you because this car is not roadworthy. I'm gonna need to see your license and some proof of registration for this hunk of junk.
you. Excuse me, hunk of junk. This was I bought it from the police auction.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
Just
it's
pick
not
it up.
roadworthy. You should have had it towed.
What do you mean? They said I could drive it away. No problems asked.
No, I'm pretty sure they said don't
No
drive it.
problems asked. They said.
Exhausted
Yeah,
now.
that doesn't sound right. You got paperwork for this auction?
No problems asked. They said.
You got paperwork, proof of purchase.
No problems asked. They said.
The English.
No problems asked. They said. Oh, right. The e-brake on again.
Sir, you roll again. You will have to use excessive force.
I'm putting the e-brake. Oh no, the e-brake.
Sir, if you don't e-brake on, our officers will kill you.
If I don't leave the e-brake on, the officers will kill me.
Yes.
If I don't leave the e-brake, okay, so if I e-brake
I need to see some proof.
Oh no, I'm drifting again.
Well, Captain Snowman says,
Is he?
Oh,
What
look,
is
we're
he
in the
doing?
flat spot. I can stop here.
oh, okay.
What's going on?
So I left the soul behind.
Oh, the soul is left behind. What are you guys doing?
You're not listening to
What are
orders.
you gonna do? This is what you're gonna do. This is what you're gonna do. This is what you're gonna do, sir. This is what you're gonna do, sir. This is what's gonna happen. This is what you gonna do.
No,
Did you already break my steering? No, you didn't, you sons of. You broke my steering already. You sons
Still yelling Italian.
Oh, the steering is completely garbage.
He wrecked us.
Road come out of that thing already.
Steering got rid of the steering box.
He's going to the right. Careful, there's a mobile repair kit up here on the corner. You might grab that.
Yeah, he might. There's one up here in the back. Oh,
Yeah.
he's getting it.
Did you get it? Did you get it?
Yeah, he got it.
That's the only one we have left in this area.
In the whole city.
Yep.
What are the odds? Sound pretty bad though.
Yeah. It didn't really. He's driving worse. These Explorers drive great.
Yeah, these handle really nice.
Yeah. It feels like a police package.
I give you a police package.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, we're going circles.
We have good police for suit tactics here. I'm very, very impressed by this. So last the whole fun is I definitely know this, yeah. I'm not primary. Oh. Yeah. Well, that's even worse. Yeah, we are. How do you find it? Oh, why is there primary? What is this smoke in the tunnel right here?
Yep. Yeah, he's smoking and littering.
Oh, Littering in, smoking in the tunnel. Oh, I hate how it always. Turn the lights off for safety in here. I can't see a thing. Oh, sharp right. Okay, perp's right.
I didn't realize this was gonna be a subway.
Pull over. This is kind of radio. Yeah, you must radio with this car? Yeah, it must have came with the option. It's in the option. Yeah. Of course it is.
Oh, he filled the
He's struck an officer. He struck an officer? Okay. He struck an officer. 127 is back and forth again.
Good thing there's traffic's really light. No traffic.
No traffic at all.
Oh, no.
Okay, it's a T intersection here. It's a T intersection. Okay. He's going left. We're going left, all right. Oh, this is where Ken Block did this thing. Yeah, that's what he thinks he is. Oh,
southbound. Oh, getting a lot of air.
Oh, yeah, getting air on these things. Right on the suspension. No. Oh, big jump. We're good. Yep. These things are amazing. Oh, God. Oh, it's so much. What's going to be coming apart on that? I only have reverse. Yeah, his left rear is gone.
Okay.
There you go. We got him.
It's only going then.
Someone say my 127 show back tonight.
See you later.
Oh. Yep, I'm right across the street from you guys at the light.
Turbo burger? Oh, I see.
Nope.
Turbo burger.
Oh, did you see what's happening? I hear a loud sound coming from the road. That's normal, guys. You hear that?
No. I heard somebody driving, like with a. You see that billboard next to Turbo Burger?
Yeah, somebody without a muffler, because that's what it sounds like. I still hear it. You hear that?
Yep.
Oh, it's right. It's in Turbo Burger. Oh my God! It's a van just dumping smoke all over the place.
Doing donuts.
Oh, what is he going? He's going through
Turbo Burger.
Okay, perfect. Wow.
I'll close down to the street over here.
Whoa, what's going on back here?
Is this the same guy we were?
I'm just trying to get some candy.
I mean, burgers.
Green burgers. Three size turbo burgers. Thank you. Leave the drive-through. Is there another window here that I go through, or do I just? Whoa. Okay. Oh, all right. Okay. I gotta go for my burger, my turbo burger.
Thank
I'll
you.
take
Yeah.
a medium fry and a cold.
Get the hell out of here.
This stupid van is hitting me.
You
I'm
can't get
getting
in
my soda.
time.
He just spilled my soda in my lap.
You don't know that.
Hey, what are you doing? I'm getting my soda. This guy is an idiot.
Yeah, I'm in. I'm in a
That's
soda
it.
turbo burger. $3.
He stole my soda. I went to go.
They can eat my burger.
What happened? What happened to that? This thing is EPA violation.
Yeah,
No, EPA violation.
Yeah, can you do that?
My burger.
I'm just having a white van.
I'm just
Take
gonna
off
confiscate the street. I don't
on
know.
Eating
on
it
right now to the highway.
burger home.
It's not the flying right now. Lots of smoke going in the back of that van. I'm gonna gas turns. Let him know I'm here. He is excessive 100 miles an hour right now.
Oh my God.
I think he sees us. No, maybe not. We're still continuing.
Can't see anything over the smoke from my engine.
What is wrong with this van?
What is it all?
Get the EPA on the phone. This is just a mess. We're getting toddler.
Thank you for calling the EPA. What would you like to report today?
Hello. Yeah, we're in pursuit of a van right now, and it's just there's so much smoke. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry that we come to this.
Yeah, you can desert the ozone. It's so you don't have to.
Wait, All right, well, have a good day. Unless you want to pull over because you're about to go to jail.
That's okay, man.
Careful. Oh.
You want some more candy?
Wow.
That's hilarious.
I have to get a mobile repair kit because my steering is toast over hitting the curb.
I nicked a curb and my steering is toast.
Very
Yeah,
tough.
see.
I can't see anything. He's burning so much oil.
I kind of like that.
He got off the
All right.
he just crashed.
Oh, yeah, he just wrecked it. Off the exit. He took the
Okay.
exit.
How does that break on my drive
And
shaft?
it broke his drive shaft.
His drive shaft.
He's yelling out the window.
It's
"Got
Italian
broken
drive
shaft."
Mamma mia.
Oh, hasn't been much of a chase today, has it?
No, this guy's not very good, is he?
It's not very good.
Oh, here it comes.
Never mind, you got it
Yeah,
back.
there it was. Every time.
Cool.
Must have dropped his chicken nuggets.
Yeah, I think that's it now.
What? 16?
Yeah,
Oh, you got the.
You got one mobile repair? Okay. All right. I guess we shouldn't be continuing.
I guess he's still going somehow. He got out and fixed the drive shaft real fast.
Okay.
We're heading for the track. Oh my gosh. One officer's about that.
Thanks that way. Okay, so he's still running from you guys?
Yep.
Okay.
We're on the road outside of the track.
He's definitely gonna crash there.
Yeah, I think you get that. Yeah,
He's
he's
on
on
his side.
right
He's
there.
on his side.
We need one more officer to push it down here.
There you go.
Pretty sure his engine's starting to oil at this point. All right, man, you're listening.
Okay. Yep.
There we go.
Yeah. This,
Oh, look, candy fell out of the van.
Not the EPA today.
no. You guys want to shoot?
La tarea just got real. See your homework in AR with Google.
Fuck you up. Because that sounds stupid. Speak English, not that gibberish crap.
Just want to shoot a.
There's gonna be a new law going past soon that says if you don't speak English, you don't go to school. You can't go anywhere.
A radar trap
Yeah.
there?
Yeah,
Okay.
anyway.
Alright.
Somebody just left their trunk open.
Ooh, picture.
That's definitely
broke
the
the rear windshield on my screen.
Where?
Was
Yeah.
not.
15 minutes. I'll two the videos upload of a video uploader.
My lights on.
Really?
Yeah, your
On my
trunk is
screen's
wide
fine.
open.
Oh, weird.
Yep. Here, I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna sit in the center divide.
Here, I'm gonna sneak up on this divide.
It's not. Oh, on that divide.
Yeah, perfect.
That makes sure. I
There,
don't
yeah, that's where you
break
get
the
right
drive
there.
shaft.
Perfect.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to break your drive shaft. You know what I'm saying?
No, it'd be terrible.
Zach, what are you doing?
I'm shooting a Ford commercial.
Ford commercial.
Ford commercial.
It's just Faja.
We got a bus coming our way.
We got a bus with a cape coming our way.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I see that.
Evil Cape Evil over here.
I'm looking the wrong direction. Oh my lord. Yep.
Oh, that's
Here we
cool.
go. Flip around here. And
He's got 2 rocket boosters in the back of that thing too.
got
So,
a bus over here.
yeah.
The window just shut.
He didn't do anything illegal yet.
Slow on
But
these
no, he's all over the road.
curbs. They absolutely kill you. He's all over the road.
Yeah, he's all over
Yeah,
the road.
you can't have something hanging off the back of your bus.
That's true.
Is that well? Actually, is that technically a flag? Because it's definitely not adhering to flag code.
No, that's not, because if it was, it would need to be on a pole. That's not on a pole.
Yeah, so we're gonna have.
Oh.
Oh my God!
We're gonna have to
Got
be
someone
quiet.
drunk up here. Jesus. Okay, I'm gonna try to approach his window here.
Okay, I'm gonna park directly behind him on the
Hey,
side.
Cap.
Oh. Wish I had a fire truck in 3. I wish I had a fire engine. Oh.
Welcome to the episode of
Reynolds Garage. Today we're featuring a really unusual vehicle. This is a Christie front-wheel drive fire engine from 1911. I believe if it is not the very first Los Angeles fire truck, it is certainly the first, one of the first couple of LA fire trucks. Nobody knows exactly for sure, but 1911, not much was happening much before that. Why does it say Wayne, New Jersey on it? We'll get into that story in just a little bit. These are really fascinating. Walter Christie was an engineer. He actually invented the tank, which the U.S. government thought was a ridiculous idea, and he sold it to the Russians, and then they went, oh, wait a minute, that tank thing's pretty good, and they brought him back. What this is, now, you have to remember, in the late 1800s, early 1900s, most fire engines were horse-drawn. Like this rig here is $18.99, and it cost probably around $10,000 at the turn of the century, which is a lot of money. So when fire trucks came in, most fire departments couldn't afford to switch from horses to fire trucks because they bought all this equipment for hooking up the horse. So what Walter Christie did, he invented this system here, a set of planetary gears, big 20-liter four-cylinder engine, and you would just hook this up here to your front-wheel drive engine. And it saved 90 cents to the dollar as opposed to using a horse. And these were popular from about 1911 to about 1920. After 1920, most municipalities switched over to full-time trucks, and these kind of went out of favor. But it's a fascinating piece of Americana. Let's meet the fire chief from Wayne, New Jersey, Willie Rodriguez. Willie, come in, buddy. Good to see you. Last time I saw you, you're a captain, right?
Yeah, assistant chief now.
Oh, assistant chief. Yeah. So if the chief was assassinated, you would step forward.
Right
So you are literally a heartbeat away.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, it is.
That's all right.
Yeah.
That's all right. Let me tell you how this all came to be. A number of years ago, Burbank had and still had one of these, and we used it for J. Lo's garage shoot. In fact, they brought it to us to fix because they couldn't get the clutches to engage, couldn't get it to move. So we fixed that. It got to move. We were doing a photo shoot for the TV show, and boom, piston went through the side of the block. We took it apart. It's almost repaired now. We used a company called Lock and Stitch to fix the hole in the side of the block. But I was so intrigued by the engineering, I had to find one of these. And I searched all over, and I called places that had one. Well, go ahead, you take it from here. What happened then?
Well, we had problems with with this engine, and most of the guys that worked on it are passed on, and we don't have too many guys that know how to work on this. We had another antique that's more newer, so this one we had no idea. I saw the video of you of the Burbank, and I emailed Andy Swift and for advice, and that's when he hooked me up to you, and
Now, Andy Swift owns a place called Firefly Restorations up in Maine, and he does all antique fire engines. That's what he does. And we sort of hooked up, and I found out that this fire engine was originally bought brand new by Los Angeles Fire Department. In 1970, it was sold to Wayne, New Jersey as what, an antique?
Yes, antique.
Okay, like for parades and stuff like
Yeah, for parades, we got back in the 70s, brought it down to Wayne on a train, actually. The train tracks is right next to the firehouse. They unloaded it, put it into the firehouse, took the whole thing apart, and worked on it for about 5-6 years.
Right, we got together. Okay, it was running then.
Yes.
But then what, about 40 years ago?
Yeah, about